Energy Management and the Need to Master It by Ruben D. Garcia. It is for certain that every citizen of this great country of ours has to make plans for milestones requiring prioritizing them according to a strategy or strategies to accomplish them in the desired manner. This method of planning can be on a daily basis, monthly, or for the future. We are a society living on a fast track. Our lives are becoming more involved each day in meeting demand after demand. Time is not an element luxury and pleasantry state but one of despair and many times one of high desperation when compared to the things that could make or bring joy into our lives. We are doing more for less and it is expected from us to be quick and is customary ultimately to be very demanding. No matter how much planning we can create or formulate, the strategies to accomplish them are often misaligned, skewed, or in an urgent need to revision. The predictors for just about everything we plan and of course, the world is not a constant determinant of success. Most often we can settle for remedial outcome in the hope next time it will be better. So, how can an individual recognize or distinguish the true nature or at least the virtue of their life? It seems that many plans and even personal predictions maintain a tendency degree of failure, at times at a great cost to the individual and their family. This occurrence is not unusual but in fact it is very common in our society. We don't have to look too far back. Just in the last 30 years we can see examples in which the fast pace of Americans' families had an enormous impact in their lives and their overall health conditions. This impact and other factors relating to our society's fast-paced mentality are due to the air of uncertainty that hovers over the head household member. It seems that we often go from uncertainty to overconfidence when planning. It seems there is no happy medium but extremes. Thus, the prevalence is to go from one extreme to the other. So what creates this pendulum syndrome? Why we cannot detect the forthcoming swing and deferred ourselves from being taken with it? Why it is that failure can be considered as an option? Why is it that human beings accept success as well as failures as an everyday reality? Why must we make continuous mistakes to learn of things that we often recognize that at various degrees there is no success but inclusive failures? Especially when we can recognize that all these fruitless events exhaust us to such degree that our mental and physical health suffers. The answer to all of these questions is simple. Humanity, or at least society, citizens or members, are conditioned to believe and rely that failures along with desired successes are an integral part of our existence, and no matter how much energy we put into, we are believers that our success is just around the corner. That ideology is false. However, every day, millions of people play the lottery or visit casinos in the idea that they will succeed when the odds are stacked against them. Why is it that a person cannot fathom the implications of such personal dilemma? The answer is in our inability to think rationally, and of course be able to be trained in proper energy management. How can be smarter regarding energy management be a predictor of success? The answer is not in how good you are at managing time to a task but how good you are at predicting which of the tasks can render success or at least a fair return. This is an aspect of crucial importance in being able to accommodate a fast-paced life with degrees of success in your favor with practical time element considerations. Don't be like the slot player that talks to himself that the next one is the big payoff because there is no big payoff. You are simply postponing or delaying your defeat. So again, it is not how good you spend time but how good you are analyzing the time it would take to render a secure and successful outcome. The key is also in the ability to compete with you. In other words, challenge yourself to consider how the task can be accomplished in the least time and in its realistic cost. Competition is a magic wand and is essential to make sound decisions. It is not only makes task affordable and manageable but also better each time. You as divine being and with the celestial virtue of creation, maker and doer, you have the ability to succeed as long as you carry your goals with good intentions. The wrong goals in mind can be risky and subsequently bring about failure or defeat. The more accurate and well thought your goals are, the less energy it will take to accomplish. Your divinity can guide you and your intuition can be your best advisor. But too often we ignore them, and yet they are our best allies in all that we do. They are ready to assist. They are intrinsic, motivated by a divine order and available to you without hesitation. All what you need to do is believe in its ability to guide you and support you. Remember, their motivation is based on truth and not deception. It is through your heart with its powerful divine energies that governs their purpose. It is here with your emotions are stored. Should it not make sense that your intuition would better be his friend and not your foe? Where your mind can see every detail of a task, only your intuition through the energies and power of the heart can see the cost and time of each little detail of your task before you. Because of your attitudes and lack of trust on your intuition is what makes every task more time-consuming and possibly more costly. Remember that the signals you received through your divine higher self via intuition comes with signals accommodating success and confidence, whereas the mind concept with its noise, principles and attributes renders the opposite. With everything now on today's existence depending on accuracy, time and scheduling, it is not a surprise to see health, psychological issues ramping over all of our society. These conditions are adverse in all aspects of our spirituality, and when such situations exist in an individual, our ability to fight the control of the mind becomes elusive and the quality of our lives deteriorates, causing alienation within relationships. In fact, not until you come to the realization that as divine being you govern your mind, your consciousness, the journey's accomplishing tasks as simple as taking time to eat get compromised, causing health issues that could be detrimental to you. In continuous or repetitive fashion, the need to compensate arises and avenues of escape become predominantly in your life, consequently addicting you to alternative methods that would change your life and even your spirituality. Life and your divinity are not a poker or roulette game where your results depend on all that you do are determined by the fantasy of good luck or charm. You are not by nature a spiritual gambler but a human being endowed with the divine ability to manifest and create successful outcomes. According to the Bible, you are entitled to gain your divine status by embracing the divinity within yourself, and be smart to know that poker and roulette type games really do not make us spiritual successful over the long run but stagnate our realization that we are the creators of our own reality. Therefore we can recognize the need to master it. Don't think like a wizard either, that disregards divine virtues and rely on books and concussions, for you are not. Be the deep divine thinker and doer you are, and it will bring you closer to who you truly are. It will make a huge difference in your life. After all, that is what taken place as the waves of energies are arriving or manifesting a new consciousness that will bring all of humanity into a new way of thinking and a new more pure reality. And so it is and forever be. Namaste.